Guys, welcome back to my channel Nursing Exams Made Simple. Myself Chanchal Sharma, nursing officer VMMC and Safdarjung Hospital. And here I came with my new video related to the cardiovascular system as we are doing with a medical surgical and मैं almost 1.5 month के बाद फिर से वीडियो बना रही हूँ because I have got my braces done and it is very difficult for me to speak and make a video. So when I got adjusted with these things, so I started to make a video. So here I came with the cardiovascular system and its diagnostic test and procedures. We have done little things before, and as we move forward, we are going to the different type of diagnostic tests that are done to rule out the many elements related to the cardiovascular system. So we start with this. Okay, as we start with the first thing I start with is angiography. Angiography is an X-ray examination in which we use a contrast agents to visualize the patency of the arteries. It may be performed by using a CT scan with contrast, or may be used with a MRI. Okay, so what we have to remember when we doing angiography as a nursing care, so we must have to remember we have to assess for the iodine or selfish allergy, because the contrast agent we use is rich in the iodine, and we have to know about the adequate kidney functions so that it can excrete the dye from our body. We have to hydrate the patients, and if there is any problem we have to check their KFT levels before, and we have to give patient an acetylcysteine or a mucomist, so if there is any reduced renal function, so this is important. Then we inform the patients about the risk, like if he is already a hypoallergic, or have any allergic reactions, bleeding or embolus, and what he has to expect, like a sensation of warmth when contrast agent is injected. So we told this to the patient. We prescribe sedatives before this procedure, and we can monitor for the indicators of the allergic responses like dyspnea and diaphoresis. We have to prepare beforehand with the steroids and the antihistamines and the epinephrine if anything that happens during this procedure. After the procedure, we have to check the injection sites for the bleeding. This is important. This is asked in exams also. For the bleeding and inflammation, we have to maintain the pressure over the injection site, and we have to assess the regulatory circulatory status of the extremities. We have to check the bed nails, we have to check the nails of our foot, and we have to give the bed rest, hydration provide karenge, and monitor karenge urinary output, because it is important, because the dye we insert in a patient, it must be excreted from the body. It is very important. Okay, I can show you the coronary angiography by this video.
X-ray examination of the vessels and chambers of the heart, often done to identify any narrowed or clogged coronary arteries that are preventing blood from reaching the heart muscle. The study can also be used to measure the size and function of the chambers of the heart and the function of the heart valves. When you arrive at the hospital, an intravenous line will be started. You will be placed artery in the arm. The doctor numbs the skin in your groin area and inserts a needle into your femoral artery. Once the needle is placed, a wire is passed through the needle and gently guided through the arterial system to the heart. The needle will be withdrawn and exchanged for a small flexible tube called a sheath that permits access to your femoral artery. Next, a soft, flexible catheter will be slipped over the wire through the sheath and threaded up to your heart. Your physician will watch the movement of the catheter on the fluoroscope. You may feel pressure as the wire and sheath are inserted, but you will not feel their movement inside your arteries. To evaluate the coronary arteries, your doctor will remove the guide wire, position the tip of the catheter just inside the arteries, one at a time, and inject a special dye. This dye allows the fluoroscope to take X-ray images, called angiograms, of the artery's interior. Any blockages will be clearly identified as the arteries fill with dye. You may feel flushed or slightly nauseated when the dye is injected. After sufficient images of both coronary arteries and their tributaries have been recorded, the catheter will be removed through the groin. Pressure must be applied over the femoral artery to prevent bleeding. You will then be taken to the recovery.
Okay, now you got understood what is coronary angiography. Now we are moving to the angioplasty. What is angioplasty? It is a percutaneous coronary intervention, or PCI, or a transluminal coronary angioplasty. It is an introduction to a balloon-tipped catheter into a coronary artery to the stenosis and reduce or eliminate the occlusion by the erythema. If there is like this is your blood vessels and there is a plaque formation, then we insert a tube, balloon tipped catheter from our groin, like as you see in a angiography video. We send this catheter here and inflate this balloon catheter. By this balloon, this thing, this the plaque is reduce or eliminate occlusion, and then we put back this catheter out of the body. This process is known as angioplasty. Okay, what we have to remember during the coronary angioplasty, it is performed by coronary catheterization. Heparin infused if infusion is used to prevent the thrombus formation, then we have to use the thrombolytic therapies combined with the PCI. Stents are also used, which are mass structured supports may be inserted to maintain the patency. It required a long-term anticoagulation therapy after the insertion. Calcified regions that cannot be removed by the PTCA required an arthrectomy. We cut the artery and then mechanically remove the plaque by shaving and retrieving it from the vessels. There are some complications that happens after the coronary angioplasty. It like arterial spasm or perforations, or maybe sometimes there are thrombus formations. So we have to do the emergency open heart surgeries, and if vessel occlusion may occur as a result of cellular response to the procedure. And the percutaneous angioplasties are used to dilate the stenotic vessels by stretching the artery wall away from the plaque, like it is used in the aorta, iliac, femoral, popliteal or tibial renal vessels. Sometimes there are arteriovenous dialysis shunts, and shunt placement generally follows this procedure. But we have to remember as a nurse and during the nursing care, it is the same as the cardiac catheterization, क्योंकि हम इसमें कंट्रास्ट यूज़ करेंगे तो हम पेशेंट की एलर्जीज़ को चेक करेंगे, एंड वी हैव टू बिफोर हैंड विद आवर स्टेरॉइड्स एंड द epinephrine and all the things. If something happens unresponsive, हम पेशेंट को पहले प्रोसीजर पूरा एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे, then what we are going to do and what he is to expect from our side, और then we are telling him that he is in a safe hands, and complications के बारे में हम उसे इन्फॉर्म कर देंगे पहले से. उसका KFT लेवल्स चेक करेंगे, एंड वही एन एसिटाइलसिस्टीन और म्यूकोमिस्ट हम पेशेंट को देंगे इफ़ देयर इज़ अ रिड्यूस्ड रीनल फंक्शंस, एंड प्रेशर अप्लाई करेंगे आफ्टर द एंजियोप्लास्टी. Next very common procedure that we have to see always in a wards, like a blood transfusion. What is the purpose of blood transfusion? It is helps to restore the blood volume after hemorrhages. If there is a blood loss of a patient, or a patient having hemoglobin 7 or 8, that we have to maintain the hemoglobin levels in a client if they have the severe anemia, and sometimes we replace the specific blood components. How we get the blood for transfusion? So we have to know about the sources. This just a little reading, इतना क्वेश्चन नहीं आता है इसका. ट्रांसफ्यूजन रिएक्शंस के ऊपर क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं. इफ़ अ पेशेंट हैज़ अ फीवर और एनीथिंग, देन व्हाट द फर्स्ट थिंग यू हैव टू डू, देन यू हैव टू स्टॉप द ट्रांसफ्यूजन. ये क्वेश्चन आते हैं. तो फर्स्ट वी हैव द होमोलोगस टाइप ऑफ blood source of blood transfusion. It is a random collection of blood by voluntary donors. Then we have the autologous. Autologous means होता है सेम, मतलब क्लाइंट का अपना ब्लड ही यूज़ करना बिफोर हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन, एंड देन if the donor hemoglobin is higher than 11, and we can save these donations to the 5 weeks. Then we have the directed donations, donation of blood by the donor for a specific client. Okay, then we have like the blood salvage kind of things. In blood salvage, the client's blood is suctioned from a closed body cavity like the operative site, trauma site or a joint into a cell saver machine. Then it proceeds and transfused back into the client, and it must be used within 6 hours of collection because it contains a high level of potassium. Because when our blood is combined with the anticoagulant agents, our blood cells releases potassium outside, so it has a high level of potassium. You should know about the blood components and their use. We have the whole blood. It is a volume replacement for the blood loss. We have the packed RBCs. It increases the RBC mass. We have the platelets. It increases the platelet to prevent bleeding related to the thrombocytopenia. We have the FFPs, like fresh frozen plasma. It contains plasma antibodies and the clotting factors. We have the cryopreservates. It contains factor 8, fibrinogens, and factor 9 to treat the hemophilia, as you have read before, like hemophilia A and hemophilia B. And we have albumin. These are volume expanders to treat the hypoproteinemia. And there are plasma proteins to treat some kind of hemophilias, or the IV gamma globulins that contains gamma globulin G, IgG, antibodies to treat the immunodeficiency type of things. Okay, but we have to remember as a nursing care during a blood transfusion, first thing is very important is informed consent. We have to take a consent from the patient that a blood transfusion is going to be done on him. The second thing we have to remember is check that blood or blood component. They are cross-matched for compatibility, follow agency policies. Two nurses will verify or should verify the blood type, its RH factor, client identification like with MRD number, name, blood groups, blood number और its expiry date. जो हम ब्लड ऑर्डर करते हैं फ्रॉम द ब्लड बैंक, इट मस्ट बी एडमिनिस्टर्ड विद इन द 30 minutes ऑफ अराइवल. And if we want to exchange that blood or return back, if doctor ordered that not to transfer the blood, then we have to return it to the blood bank within 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, they will not take that blood. When we start with the transfusion, we have to take the baseline vital signs, and we have to monitor every 5 minutes to 15 minutes, and then every 15 minutes during the transfusion. हम स्टार्टिंग में उसको बहुत ही स्लो चलाएंगे, लाइक 5 to 10 ड्रॉप्स पर मिनट. देन धीरे धीरे हम उसकी स्पीड इंक्रीज करेंगे. वी हैव टू असेस द पेशेंट इफ देर इज एनी हार्मफुल इफेक्ट्स और एनी रिएक्शंस वी हैव टू ऑब्जर्व. वी इनिशिएट अ IV line with a normal saline and infuse it from a large bore cannula. हम प्रीफर करते हैं स्पेशली ग्रीन कैनुला और 16 gauge cannulas, 18 gauge cannulas for the blood administration. And solution that contains glucose should not be used. This is important. And we have to make the standard precaution when patient is on blood transfusion, and or we are handling the IV equipments related to the blood, because we should assure that client have the risk of acquired immunodeficiency syndrome or AIDS when blood is transfused to the patient. We have to invert the blood container gently so to suspend RBC within the plasma, and administer at an appropriate rate like platelet plasma. Cryopreservates may be infused rapidly. इसे हम 10 to 20 minutes में finish कर देते हैं. We have to assess for the circulatory overloads, and that blood transfusion should be completed within 4 hours. After 4 hours there are chances of bacterial contaminations. हम उसे slowly administer करेंगे for first 15 minutes to detect any transfusion reactions. This is important. We have to use the IV controller to provide the safe infusion rate. But हम कभी भी blood अगर ब्लड को कभी इन्फ्यूज़न पंप के अंदर नहीं लगा के जाएंगे ये सोच के कि ब्लड शुड, क्योंकि बिकॉज इन इन्फ्यूज़न पंप द RBCs गेट ब्रोकन एंड देयर इज अ चांसेस ऑफ hyperkalemia in a patient. Okay, next we have to watch for the signs of reactions. Patient have the 3 type of reactions. Patient can show you 3 types of reaction. First is hemolytic reaction, second is febrile reaction, and third is anaphylactic reactions. So when we have to monitor the signs for hemolytic reactions, these reactions occurs within first 10 to 20 minutes, first 10 to 15 minutes. This is important. What are the reactions? Like patient can have shivering, headache, flank pain, increased pulse, tachycardia or respiratory rates, hemoglobinuria, oliguria, and progressive signs of shock and renal failure. Okay, this is important. Then we have to monitor signs for the febrile reaction. This occurs within 30 minutes. Patient can have chill, fever or muscle stiffness. Then we have the allergic reaction. The third one, patient have hives, wheezing, flushing, pruritus or joint pain. इफ़ एनी रिएक्शंस अकर, ये क्वेश्चन आता है, हम सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे? तो फर्स्ट थिंग वी हैव टू डू इज स्टॉप ट्रांसफ्यूज़न. सबसे प्रायोरिटी है ट्रांसफ्यूज़न को स्टॉप करेंगे. देन ऑन ड्यूटी डॉक्टर को इन्फॉर्म करेंगे. देन सेकंड थिंग इस पेटेंसी को मेंटेन करके रखेंगे बाय नॉर्मल सलाइन. वाइटल साइंस को मॉनिटर करेंगे. थर्ड थिंग इस ब्लड को लेबोरेटरी में वापस भेजेंगे एंड यूरिन स्पेसिमेन लेबोरेटरी में इफ़ एनी हेमोलिटिक रिएक्शन इवोल्यूएट, एंड मॉनिटर करेंगे यूरिन आउटपुट एंड नोटिफाई करेंगे हेल्थ केयर वर्कर को. ओके, तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. Our next procedure is bone marrow aspiration. It is done to detect some problems that related to the bone marrow, like continuous pancytopenia or severe anemia or thrombocytopenia, hemophilia. These kind of things that related to the RBCs, WBC or our blood cells. So we need to check from our bone marrow. It is like puncture to collect tissue from the bone marrow of sternum or the iliac crust. It is performed to study the cells involved in a blood production. Okay, तो हम अपने स्टेम सेल्स को देखने के लिए बोन मैरो एस्पिरेशन करते हैं. What is nursing care here? We have to allay anxiety of the patient. We explain only during the expiration. Patient have pain during the aspiration and a conscious sedation is used for the patient. We position the patient to expose the sites, apply pressure after for several minutes and monitor for the signs and symptoms of the bleeding and infections. Okay, if you want to study about the blood cells, white blood cells, red blood cells and platelet, then we have to do the bone marrow procedures. You can see by this video.
The blood to clot. What is bone marrow aspiration? Bone marrow aspiration is the removal of a small amount of bone marrow in liquid form for examination. What is bone marrow biopsy? A bone marrow biopsy is a procedure that takes a small sample of marrow from your bone. Why the procedure is performed? This procedure is performed to find the reason for a low number of any kind of blood cells or to assess the reason for high number of any kind of blood cells and to assess any other disease conditions for say any kind of leukemia, Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma or multiple myeloma. This procedure is also helpful to monitor the response of a treatment for leukemia patients and to determine how far certain lymphomas or carcinomas have progressed. How are these tests done? Bone marrow.
You can see here the position for the bone marrow aspirations. We have given the knee chest position to the patients to expose his iliac crust or pelvis, from where we have to insert a needle. Okay.
The pelvic bone. This is the bone that can be easily identified just below each side of your waist. Occasionally, other large bones can also be used, such as breastbone. You will be asked to lie on a bed on your stomach or your side, depending upon exact site from where doctor is going to take the sample. The skin over the bone to be sampled is cleaned with aseptic technique. Some local anesthetic is then injected into a small area of skin and tissues just over the bone. This stings a little at first, but then makes the skin numb. Some people are given a sedative before the procedure. To aspirate bone thigh skin into the bone, a syringe is used to draw out some liquid bone marrow. As the liquid is withdrawn, you may have a brief sharp pain in your bone. Take a sample, that is biopsy of bone marrow. A second thicker hollow needle is inserted into the bone. This is rotated around as it is pushed slightly forward to force a small sample of bone marrow into the hollow middle of the needle. This may cause some dull pain for a short time. The needle is then taken out and a pressure bandage applied to prevent bleeding. What are the
Okay, next thing we have is cardiac monitoring. Cardiac monitoring is the electrical observation of the conductivity patterns of the heart by using the skin electrodes or a monitoring device like ECG. ECG हम करते हैं, that is a cardiac monitoring. It is used when there is a dangers of dysrhythmias or apparent like heart diseases, surgery or any invasive procedures, and we have to know the conduction of the from ST node through the atria causes the atrial contraction and give rise to the P wave, and conduction from AV node down the bundle of his and the bundle branches from the Purkinje fibers that all create the all ECG waves. Then from the lateral walls to the ventricles, it causes a ventricular contraction. It gives rise to the QRS waves and ventricular repolarization that associate with the T wave. एंड ये सारा ECG में आपको ECG के उसमें अलग वीडियो है ECG के ऊपर, उसमें बताऊंगी पूरा ECG के बारे में. ठीक है. नाउ वी मूव ऑन टू द Holter's monitoring. Holter monitoring, you can say it is a portable monitor to assess the dysrhythmias by recording the cardiac tracing during your routine activities throughout a 24 hours period. ओके इसमें हम पेशेंट को एक डायरी देते हैं और पेशेंट के हाथ में कोई बैंड टाइप बांधते हैं जो कॉन्टिन्यूसली उसका हार्ट रेट मॉनिटर करेगा by doing any activities, and we have to take the records. Then we have to check on what doing activities patient have tachycardias or bradycardias, like when we has the stress like climbing stairs or having exercises, walking, jogging. तो हम ये सब चेक करेंगे. देन वी हैव द स्ट्रेस टेस्ट. इट assesses the cardiac conduction and function after being challenged, like we use the treadmill or bicycle exercises or stimulatory medications. Okay, ECG के बारे में मैं आपको नेक्स्ट वीडियो में बताऊंगी. नेक्स्ट मूव ऑन टू द कार्डियोवर्जन. Cardioversion is an elective or emergent procedure that is performed during which the current is administered to the myocardium into the synchronized fashion to depolarize all the cells simultaneously, and it allows the ST node to resume the pacemaker functions. It may be useful in treating tachydysrhythmias, atrial fibrillation, supraventricular tachycardia or ventricular tachycardia. एक क्वेश्चन इंपॉर्टेंट है और जो पूछा जाता है कि जो कार्डियोवर्जन है वो हमेशा एट्रियल फिब्रिलेशन के केसेस में किया जाता है, और वेंट्रिकुलर फिब्रिलेशन के केसेस में हम जो है वो डिफिब्रिलेशन करना प्रेफर करते हैं। मैं आपको अभी जब ईसीजी का पूरा वीडियो पढ़ाऊंगी तो उसमें आप समझ पाओगे कि फिब्रिलेशन का मतलब क्या होता है, व्हाट इज आर्टरियल फिब्रिलेशन और व्हाट इज वेंट्रिकुलर फिब्रिलेशंस। ओके, नाउ मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट बेसिक लाइफ सपोर्ट और कार्डियोपल्मोनरी रिससिटेशन। ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है हेल्थ केयर प्रोवाइडर्स के लिए। डेफिनेशन क्या है इसकी? इट इज़ अ इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ external cardiac compressions and ventilations to promote blood flow to the heart and brain. It has a sequence CAB, that is circulation, airway and the breathing. Nursing care में first we have to assess the level of consciousness. We ask the victim or the patient by shake victim's shoulder and shout, "Are you okay?" If no response, then we activate the emergency medical systems and we assess for the circulation. Not taking more than 10 seconds, we palpate the carotid pulse or the brachial pulse. This is important because carotid pulse is used in the adults and the brachial pulse is used in the children's. Then if there is no pulse field, then we deliver 30 external cardiac compressions initially by putting the patient on a firm surface and in a supine position. Place the heel of the hand over the lower half of the sternum between the nipples. Interlock the hands and compress the chest. Ensure the complete recoils between the compressions. Okay, after initial 30 compressions, we have to assess for the airway. In less than 10 seconds, we have to use the chin lift position or jaw thrust maneuver without hyperextension of the neck. If there is any cervical injury, we have to suspect there is any injury, then we have to do not hyperextend the neck, and we determine the whether air is exchanged by observing the chest is moving or not. We initiate rescue breathings by giving 2 breaths while maintaining the head tilt or jaw thrust maneuver and pinching the victim's nostrils. We use pocket mask or bag mask if available. Maintain ventilation and compression ratio. If we have the 2 rescuers, then we have to give 30:T. अगर हम अकेले हैं तो हम 30:2 मेंटेन करेंगे, 30 compressions with 2 breaths. And if we have 2 people together, then we switch off the positions back to back after compressions and after the air blows. Okay, तो ये चार्ट है, इससे आप देखो where the depth of compression it is at least 2 inches for the adults and at least 1/3 of the AP diameters for the children, and rate of compression at least 100 per minute. थोड़ा सा ये चेंज हो गया, it is 100 to 120 and compression भी चेंज हो गया, it is 2.5 inches, and ratio of compressions is 30:2 if we have 1 or 2 rescuers, and 30:2 single rescuer के लिए, and we have 15:2 for the second rescuer. अगर हमारे पास 2 rescuer members हैं तो हम 15:2 देंगे एंड स्विच करेंगे पोजीशंस को. अगर सिर्फ सिंगल rescuer है तो हम 30:2 ही लेके चलेंगे. वेंटिलेट करेंगे 1 ventilation for every 6 to 8 seconds. Then we have to give the patient 8 to 10 breaths per minute, and we have to watch for the visible chest rise. ये हमें बताएगा कि हमारा जो BLS है वो कितना इफेक्टिव है पेशेंट के ऊपर. डिफिब्रिलेट करेंगे by using AEDs or automated external device. It is a part of basic life support for the healthcare providers, and then place the patient in a recovery position. If there are pulse and respiration resumes, terminate कर देंगे CPR as indicated if patient has a normal cardiac rhythms. Now next we have, there are implantable cardiac devices, pacemaker, implantable cardiac defibrillators. These are pacemakers that involve the insertion of the electrodes into the heart, and electrodes are attached to the electronic pulse generator. It replaces the natural electrical stimulation of the heart to treat the symptomatic bradycardia. हमारी बॉडी के अंदर कुछ डिवाइसेस होते हैं जिन्हें हम हार्ट के अंदर इंसर्ट कर देते हैं पेसमेकर्स के जैसे ही, और ये अपनी पल्स जनरेट करते हैं, और अगर बॉडी में कभी कोई भी डिसऑर्डर होता है तो ये ऑटोमेटिकली उसको सेंस करके उसे ट्रीट कर देते हैं. इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है इसलिए जल्दी जल्दी बता रही हूँ. इम्प्लांटेबल कार्डियोवर्टर डिफिब्रिलेटर्स भी आते हैं. इन एडिशन टू फंक्शन ऑफ पेसमेकर, जो ICD होते हैं, दे हैव द एबिलिटी टू सेंस द लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग डिसरिथमिया सच एज वेंट्रिकुलर टैकीकार्डिया फिब्रिलेशन, एंड दे डिलीवर एन इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्सेस टू रिस्टोर द नॉर्मल ब्रेथ. ओके, नर्सिंग केयर के लिए क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है? जब भी कार्डियक मॉनिटर पेशेंट को लगा होगा तो हम ऑब्जर्व करेंगे कार्डियक मॉनिटर बिफोर, ड्यूरिंग एंड आफ्टर द प्रोसीजर टू वेरीफाई द पेसमेकर कैप्चर लाइक QRS कॉम्प्लेक्स और द पेसमेकर स्पाइक्स, एंड ऑब्जर्व द डिसरिथमियास, एंड have the emergency medications beforehand like lidocaine, atropine sulfate available, as well as the defibrillator. Ensure करेंगे the electrical equipment is working, and teach how to measure pulse rate is, we have to keep a diary of pulse rate and if patient is having IE. Our next procedure is nuclear medicine procedure. We have MUGA scan here. इसका ज़्यादा तो क्वेश्चन नहीं आता, बस MUGA scan की डेफिनेशंस के बारे में आया था. तो इट इज़ अ मल्टीपल गेटेड एंजियोग्राफिक रेडियो TOPS, scan or equilibrium radionuclide angiography. ठीक है. It is a non-invasive test that use a computer or camera to study a ventricular wall motion. Volume of blood pumped during one ventricular contraction is compared with the total volume in left ventricles. That is ejection fraction. You got this point? Ejection fraction gives a very important information about the ventricular size and the wall motion abnormalities. We have the myocardial perfusion imagings. We have intravenous injections of radioisotopes such as thallium or titanium 99M or TC99M, which is taken up by the heart muscles. जो damaged myocardial tissue होता है, that absorbs isotopes more slowly as compared to the normal tissue, and it retains it for the normal periods. And the isotope can be injected during and after the exercises to determine the myocardial perfusions. Then we have the PET scan. PET scan is the positron emission tomography. In this, positron emitting isotope is administered intravenously to study the patency of the vessels, and it provides the detailed information about the cardiac circulation. And specific nursing care is encouraged fluid intake after test to excrete the isotope. ये important है. Then we go to the MRI. MRI is a powerful magnetic field or computer generated images of heart and large blood vessels. It is a non-invasive or painless. Client with claustrophobia require sedation. किसी को बहुत डर लगता है उस क्लोज स्पेस से, तो हम उसमें sedation दे देते हैं पेशेंट को. ये कॉन्ट्राइंडिकेटेड होता है, इंपॉर्टेंट है उन पेशेंट्स में जिसको पेसमेकर हो या फिर कोई भी मेटल इम्प्लांट्स लगे हुए हों. स्पेसिफिक नर्सिंग केयर में हम यही करेंगे पेशेंट्स को कि सारे ज्वेलरीज अपने रिमूव करें, जो भी ट्रांसडर्मल पैचेस उसने लगा रखा है, कोई भी मेटल का इम्प्लांट उसने लिया हुआ, सब कुछ रिमूव करना है. एंड वी डोंट हैव IV इन्फ्यूजन डिवाइसेज और ऑक्सीजन टैंक्स, पोर्टेबल ECG मॉनिटर विद इन द रूम. और इंस्ट्रक्ट करेंगे क्लाइंट को टू लाई स्टिल एंड बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द थम्बिंग साउंड. एंड जनरल नर्सिंग केयर के अंदर हमारे पास क्या आता है, वी हैव टू see the review medication that patient is taking, or it may affect the results like beta blockers. We have to monitor the vital signs before and after the test. We have to determine the history of allergies if patient is having, and any fears by using the radioactive substance. Now we move on next to the hemodynamic monitor with the pulmonary artery catheter. As we all know, आपने सुना ही होगा pulmonary wedge pressure के बारे में या pulmonary PAP के बारे में, pulmonary artery pressure या right atrial pressure. In this procedure, double lumen or triple lumen catheter with balloon tip is inserted into the vein and advanced through the superior vena cava into the right atrium or ventricle, then into the pulmonary arteries, and then balloon is inflated and it is further guided to the distal arterial branch where it wedges. Catheter yields information on the circulatory status like left ventricular pumping actions, filling pressures, and the vascular tone. But we have to remember, as a nursing care, we have to assist the healthcare provider with catheter insertion into the jugular or subclavian vein, and we have to obtain the chest X-ray to check the placement or complications of the pneumothorax. We have to observe the insertion site for the inflammation, monitor line for the patency and air bubbles, and take readings client in supine position. ये important है, जो रीडिंग है वो हमें सुपाइन पोजीशन में लेनी है इफ़ पॉसिबल, बिकॉज द ट्रांसड्यूसर शुड बी एट द लेवल ऑफ phlebistotic axis. It is the intersection of the horizontal line extended from the external border of fourth intercostal space and the mid-axillary line. And then we compare with the expected values, as we have pulmonary capillary wedge pressure is 4 to 12 mmHg, and pulmonary artery pressure systolic is 16 to 30 and diastolic is 8 to 12. This is important. Mean we have 15 mm of Hg. Central venous pressure or the right atrial pressure is 2 to 6 mm Hg or less than 2. If there is CVP is less than 2 mm Hg, it suggests the low blood volume. If it is greater than 6 mm Hg, it suggests the fluid overload. तो CVP मेजरमेंट बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है अगर पेशेंट को CVP लाइन डली हुई है तो. कार्टूनिस्ट टाइप की वीडियो है जो दिखा रही है कि हम CVP लाइन कैसे मेज़र कर रहे हैं. हम सबसे पहले ये देखेंगे कि हमारा जो सबक्लेवियन या फिर जुगुलर वेन्स है वहाँ से ब्लड फ्लो वापस आ रहा है. देन हम उसमें कैथेटर इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे बाय द हेल्प ऑफ नीडल. देन भी आगे प्रोसीड करेंगे अपने कैथेटर के साथ. हम अपने स्टंट को निकाल देंगे. देन जो स्टंट है उसमें हम अपना ट्यूबिंग फिक्स करेंगे. देन मूव फॉरवर्ड making a little slit over here. Then we pushing forward puncture the skin. Okay, we don't. ये CVP लाइन है, इससे हम आइडिया लगा सकते हैं कि CVP लाइन हमारी सबक्लेविन, इसमें सबक्लेविन वेन के अंदर गया हुआ है टू द हार्ट. Next, I can show you how it looks from the outside. It has 3 lumens, and we have backflow from 3 of them, and we suture it and fix it with the tachoderm right here at the neck place. ओके तो यहाँ पे आप समझ गए, बाकी आप थोड़ा सा खुद पढ़ लेना, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. स्टेराइल ड्रेसिंग चेंज करनी है एज पर पॉलिसी. नोटिफाई करेंगे हेल्थ केयर वर्कर को अगर कोई भी वेव फॉर्म में चेंज आता है, प्रेशर रीडिंग ऑल्टर्ड हो जाती हैं. इंश्योर करेंगे बलून डज नॉट रिमेन इन्फ्लेटेड आफ्टर द वेज प्रेशर डिटर्मिनेशन. कंटिन्यू टू मॉनिटर द नॉन इन्वेसिव इंडिकेशंस ऑफ हीमोडायनेमिक स्टेटस लाइक बीपी, मीन आर्टेरियल प्रेशर और जुगुलर वेन डिस्टेंशंस. We have to keep the emergency medications and defibrillator available all the time with the patient. ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. और इसी के साथ अब हम अपना ये डायग्नोस्टिक प्रोसीजर वाला लेसन यहाँ पे ख़त्म करते हैं. नेक्स्ट हम स्टार्ट करेंगे कार्डियोवास्कुलर डिसीजेस से रिलेटेड लाइक हाइपरटेंशन और जो भी डिसीजेस हैं कार्डियोवास्कुलर सिस्टम से रिलेटेड, वो हम डिस्कस करेंगे अपनी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. उससे पहले हम ECG डिस्कस करेंगे, उसके बाद डिस्कस करेंगे. ओके, बाय बाय, टेक केयर.